Hello, everyone. Hi. Are y'all staying cool? All right, that's more yeses than I expected. Man, it's hot outside, but we're so glad that you have found your way into the New Orleans Jazz Museum. So welcome. My name is Jay Perdue, and on behalf of New Orleans Jazz National Historical Park, we're so delighted to have this partnership with the New Orleans Jazz Museum to provide free concerts and programs for you throughout the week. On Tuesdays, we have our Arrowhead Jazz Band, which is a band comprised of National Park Service rangers and local guest musicians. And for the month of July, we are exploring some tunes that we are familiar with, but expanding them and reinterpreting them to see how related, these songs are within, to each other. So without further ado, we're going to get started with this program. I ask that you please silence your cell phones or any devices that you have, and please help me welcome up the band. On drums, we have Hunter Miles Davis. Bass, Kerry Lewis Sr. On trumpet, Mr. Jamil Sharif. And guitar, Max Bronstein. All right, and like I said, our band is comprised of National Park Service rangers and local guest musicians. So we have a unique opportunity for us to share this rich culture. And in the middle of our program, we'd like to open up the floor for our guests to share any questions or just statements that relate to the program. So at any point, if you have a question, just hold off for the middle of our program and we'll open the floor up for that, okay? We want you to feel comfortable and we want you to learn. So don't feel like you're just watching and observing a concert. This is a space for you to really understand New Orleans music history and culture, all right? All right, we're going to get started. Yes. We're going to get started with the tune that I actually recently got hip to. It was brought to me by a well-known clarinetist. His name is Dr. Michael White, and he brought this tune to me for a special tribute show. We did it over at the New Orleans Jazz and Heritage Festival, and Mr. Sharif was also playing a big feature for that concert. And the song is titled "Messin' Around," written by the late Johnny Dodds. Messing around, just simply messing around. I tell the world to hound at night and messing around. I'm telling you that you can never be blue. It looks so freakish, it's true, but yet it is easy to do. Slide down low, come up slow, twist to the left and right. Get way back, get all set, twist with all your might. It's all over town, wherever music is found, you find them breaking it down. I do want to take a brief moment to just dissect how we interpreted this song in a different way. Now, if you go to the recording by Trixie Smith, you will hear that it's in a traditional way. And I actually, if Hunter doesn't mind, playing a traditional beat over that song, just so they can hear the difference between what we did, which is kind of add this bambula rhythm underneath it. So we'll just show you what a traditional stride beat would sound like.
So,
Actually, can I take? Yeah, no, I can do it. All right, there you go. All right, here you go.
so this song traditionally would be played during festivals and things of that sort in jazz clubs hall. But with this instrument, it wouldn't be played necessarily all the way on the entire drum set. So at that time, they had wooden blocks that would be a part of the drum set. So to mimic that sound in this traditional setting, the rhythm will be played on the toms or the rims or kind of the shell of the drums to, again, create that mimic. And then once it enters into a swing pattern, that's when, you know, you will bring in the ride cymbal and all the rest of the drum set. So really quickly, you can start it like this. Then, you know, again, go into the swing pattern, that would just once it all comes together, that's how you kind of get that traditional sound. Now, like Jay said, we added that second line backbeat to it, in which you had the bambula rhythm and some other rhythms going on in that case.
And one more thing about how we reinterpret this song is how we did it at the Jazz and Heritage Festival. We had what was that? A washboard, and then we also had more. There was 3 horns, so we had the So a different instrumentation from what you see now. So now that we have this condensed instrumentation, our roles shift. So that's a way that you will see a song being reinterpreted a different way. All right? We're going to move along with another traditional jazz song that we love, and it's titled After You've Gone. There's no denying you feel blue, you feel sad, you miss the dearest pal you ever had. There will come a time, don't forget it, there will come a time, now don't forget it. Someday when you grow lonely, your heart will break like mine and you'll want me only after you've gone away. Chopa, we done de pepoa, ya, 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 we. You push me, you back. After you've gone, left me crying. After you've gone, there's no denying that you feel blue, you feel sad. You miss the dearest girl you ever had. There'll come a time, now don't forget it. There will come a time when you'll regret it. Someday when you grow lonely, your heart will break my mind and you'll pour me only. After you've gone, after you've gone away. Oh, after you've gone, left me crying. After you've gone, there's no denying. You feel blue, you feel sad. You miss the dearest singing girl you ever had. Time, now don't forget it. There'll come a time. Now don't forget it. Someday when you go lonely, your heart will break like mine and you'll want me only. After you've gone, after you've gone, after you've gone, after you've gone away. Jazz ain't nothing, so y'all talk about it after. Jazz is making the potato fragrance, standing up each time you get hit. Jazz ain't nothing but soul. Jazz is living high off nickels and dimes, telling folks about what's on your mind. Jazz ain't nothing but soul. Trumpets, basses, saxophones, rhythm making love, people wearing uniforms. It's the voice of my people. For me, jazz is all the truth to be found. Never mind who's putting it down. Jazz ain't nothing but soul. And that was Jazz Ain't Nothing But Soul, written by Betty Carter. Any Carter fans in the house? Do we know Betty Carter? Ooh, okay. All right. Oh, good. You helped me. I was ready to lose my I don't have a secondary word for that. But, man, well, just a quick story. Betty Carter was one of the most, to me, original, creative, innovative vocalists within the jazz idiom. She started the Jazz Ahead program, which is a program that's fully functioning now that trains young musicians in her way. She was known for her improvisational abilities. So if you are looking for more jazz singers to listen to outside of Ella Fitzgerald, Sarah Vaughan, Billie Holiday, I encourage you to listen to Betty Carter, because not only was she doing the songs that were popular at the time, but she was writing her own music. That is a tune that she wrote, as well as Tight, which is another one of her original compositions. So she definitely paved the way for many vocalists to come after, like Jasmine Horn, even the now modern day Samara Joy. Anybody know Samara Joy in the house? All right. Well, it wouldn't be a Samara Joy, I would think, if Betty Carter had not paved the way. It wouldn't be a me, honestly, if Betty Carter had not came through. But that's my spiel on Betty Carter. We're going to move along with some more music that we are interpreting. It's going to feature Max Bronstein on guitar. We're going to do Skylark for you and slow things down. Have you anything to say to me? Won't you tell me where my love can be? Is there a meadow in the mist where someone's waiting to be kissed? Have you seen a valley green with spring, where my heart can go a journey over the shadows and the rain to a blossom-covered lane, and in your lonely my heart is riding on your wing. And so if you see them anywhere, won't you lead me there? Mr. Kerry Lewis Sr. All right, like I said, we have a section or portion in our show where we like to open up the floor for any questions that you may have. So now's the time for you to ask those questions. If you don't have any, I'm going to start off this dialogue. So any of you can answer. But when it comes to performing songs that have already been performed, how do you find yourself interpreting them? Do you try to do what has already been done, or do you try to find your own sound or own approach in these songs? That's directed to, yeah. Yeah, to the whole band. Yeah.
My answer is uh-huh.
Uh-huh. Go a little. Oh, also, I got to give you the mic, but you don't want to. Take this mic.
Well, the reason why I say uh-huh is because as my role, I have a basic purpose, and that's to provide the bottom of the frequency, the foundation for whatever y'all decide to do, as well as maintain that what we call a harmonic rhythm, which is the chords that are played behind that melody. However, you can slightly venture away in the matter of interpretation of presentation. Don't have to necessarily stick to, regiment of a particular style or whatever. I mean, you might decide. Don't put your hand over that.
Yeah, I don't know why I did that. My bad.
You might decide to put another basic rhythm interpretation infused into what we do, while still maintaining the essence of the particular tune. So that's why I say uh-huh.
I'll try to make this simple, well, short. In this particular case, where we're playing behind, my role, I'm playing behind the vocalist. A lot of instrumentalists have a tendency of overplaying, and the melody is key. So it's sort of like, when she's singing, whoever's singing, you don't want to do something where it sort of overshadows a melody and you sort of like playing second lead. You want to make sure that you sort of play something that complements what the vocalist is doing and not get in the way, because you don't want to seem like it's a competition. A lot of instrumentalists, and that comes from just listening and to try to find the space. So that's in it. Improvisation, I try to always keep the melody in mind in terms of playing, so not to get to the point where I'm just start playing a bunch of notes and it just sounds like, to me, if you're playing and the audience is listening, don't assume that everyone knows music in the sense of like musician. So if you start playing, everyone's gonna recognize the melody. You don't have to be a musician, but if you start playing and all of a sudden you kind of start doing a bunch of things, the first thing you guys are gonna say, oh, he don't know the song. Because it sounds unfamiliar to you. So you want to at some point always kind of, quote the melody or something that's close to that. So that being said, just try to keep something that's very melodic, that people can sort of, connect with. They'll be able to hear something and say, oh, okay, it doesn't sound like you're just playing a bunch of notes, so.
Yeah, I mean, great advice. I could definitely always hear. I guess for me, if I'm like covering a song or playing a song that's, we're working with a recording that's the reference, I like to learn what's on the recording, try to learn it exactly how it's on there. And then I feel like I have some license to, do something else with it. But I'd like to at least learn whether it's a modern, a contemporary recording or it's something really old. I want to know exactly what they did, and then we could, you could do a different version of it or change it up, change the harmony or the feel or something. But I would like to at least know the original first, know how it is on the record.
There is. All right. Any, I don't, yes, I see a hand right in front. Yes. Oh no, not always. And there are many. Band leading is not exclusive to someone who's playing the melody. In my opinion, you can have someone like Hunter can be the band leader. It's someone who has direction and someone who's telling the band where to go. Oftentimes, you will find that vocalists who have like their own band will have a musical director in their band, and the musical director will have the role of, hey, this is the music, this is where we're going. They're directing the program, but for our purpose, for Arrowhead Jazz Band, I'm just singing and leading because I have the lyrics. It's easier for me to just fulfill that role.
Well, one thing.
For right now. Yep.
One thing we might have a particular tempo or something that's in our vein or in our mind, and it's not necessarily regarding what she's, you don't want to play too fast and have her sound like an auctioneer. You don't want to play too slow and sounds like she just had a spoonful of cold syrup. So that's one reason why a vocalist would generally give some form of direction, not to disregard whoever she has or he has as a musical director. Once she gives what she's going, where she wants it, how she wants it, then musical director can take over and lead through the remainder of the performance. But you generally still want to watch, even if the vocalist is not the band leader, you still want to watch that vocalist because you don't want to have them with a mouthful of potatoes.
And even sometimes, I'll be honest, I'll call myself leading one direction, and then I'm saying going right, and then my body says go left. So there will be it just happens. And the way I lead, every vocalist has their own style. Every melodic horn player or instrument has their own style of leading. But I tend to lead by showing hand signals or singing the melody in a certain way that signals, hey, I want to end this song. So it just depends. And I think leading definitely is important because you don't want the song to continue on and on and on. So I got to give the signal, hey, we're going to end this thing right here. But great question. Yes, and now we'll come back up. Sorry, what did you say? Favorite? What?
You said the last song.
Oh, that is true, yeah. I'm waiting for it. Can't wait. I'm kidding, y'all. I'm having a great time with you all. All right. Yes. Yes, great question. So, Arrowhead Jazz Band got established when the park was established in 1994. Congress decided that jazz is hereby an American art form and it's valuable and it should be protected and preserved. So along with that, in interpreting jazz, it made sense to have musicians as Park Service employees to preserve this music. So myself, Hunter, and Mr. Carey, we've been established as Arrowhead since 2022, but there have been park rangers that have come before myself, and with this band, we always have to invite local guest musicians because they have their interpretation of the music, and it speaks to the community and how New Orleans operates as a music industry. Oftentimes, you'll see. Like tomorrow, Mr. Sharif might say, I want Jade and Mr. Carey and Hunter to play with him at a different venue. And it's the same band, but it's under, Mr. Sharif's name. So you'll see that a lot of the bands will have the different names, but it'll be the same people. So that speaks to, the culture here. But yeah, long story short, we got established in 1994, and there have been many park rangers to have come before us. Yeah, great question. Was there anything else? Yes, one. All right. Did I see two or just one? Gotcha.
I was just wondering if there's a way to exemplify how the music evolved from the original jazz to maybe today. Like you mentioned about the drum earlier. Is there something you can give us a flavor of the old jazz versus the progression today?
Yes, actually, we'll try. We're gonna get back to the music quite shortly, so we'll give you a song that we will try to demonstrate in one song how it can cross many styles, and also demonstrate some songs that have two distinct styles. So I'll get back to you with that one. And then I see a hand over here. Yes. Is that a common? Oh yes, to solo, especially in jazz, it is very common for a musician to take a turn soloing. Now, do we work out who's soloing first? Not really. It's whoever chooses or whoever might signal like, hey, I'm going to take this solo right now. But yeah, great question. Y'all have great questions. Okay, we're going to take a moment to get back to the music. I do want to say before I forget that this will be our last Tuesday here at the Jazz Museum for a little while. We're going to move our operations back to 419 Decatur. We have programming at 419 Decatur. So if you want to enjoy some more music, please stop by our visitor center at 419 Decatur Street. Okay? Sounds good? We're going to get back to this music. I think summertime will be a good way to demonstrate some various styles within the form. This song, you may know, was originally written for an opera by George Gershwin. But since then, it's become a jazz standard. It's been put into a pop versions. You have Latin jazz. So we'll try to encompass that in this song, okay? Yes, A minor, a groove. Let's do swing first, and then we'll move to something different. Go ahead, do your thing. I can't even time it. Summertime, and the living is easy. Fish are jumping, and the cotton is high. Oh, your daddy's rich, and your mom is good looking. Hush, little baby, don't you cry. One of these mornings, you're gonna rise up singing. Then you'll spread your wings and take to the sky. But till that morning, there's nothing that can harm you. With your daddy and mammy standing by, switch to summertime, and the living is easy. Fish are jumping, and the cotton is high. Oh, your daddy's rich, and your ma is good looking. So hush, little baby, don't you cry. One last change. Summertime, and the living is easy. Fish are jumping, and the cotton is high. Your daddy is rich, and your mom is good looking. So hush, little baby, don't you cry. One of these mornings, you're gonna rise up singing. Then you spread your wings and take to the sky. One, two, till the morning, there's nothing that can hold you. With your daddy and me standing by. With your daddy and me standing by. With your daddy and me standing by. With your daddy and me I tried to go back to my classical roots. Ooh, I think they've been uprooted. Ooh, Lord. Oh, geez. It's so funny because I went to Xavier to do classical and then University of New Orleans to do jazz. Some of y'all will catch that another time. But but you were able to see how Summertime, right, which is originally a classically written piece or composed piece, but you can mix all of these styles within this one song. Another great example of this is a saxophonist named Donald Harrison, and did a program here, and he wrote this piece, and he brought out a producer, and he had, I think, bass, drums, and piano. And he was able to do just one song, the whole program, he did one song, and was able to change the style just off of that one song. So I say that to say, you can really interpret this music any way that you want to. However, I do think there should be some sensitivity taken towards the music. I think that some songs, if you try too hard to try to do a certain thing, it kind of feels forced. But with Summertime, it does feel natural to go from a swing to a Latin groove, then to this R&B groove, and then bring it back to, more stripped down classical form. So were you able to hear that? Good. Yeah. Did anyone else want to speak to that? I think I covered it. Good. All right. Let me check my. Oh, okay. We got down to one last song. Before we go, I want to shout out this amazing band I'm on. We have Hunter Miles Davis on drums. Karen Lewis Sr. on bass. Mr. Jamil Sharif on trumpet. Mr. Max Bronstein on guitar. And my name, Jay Purdue. Thank you for coming through. I'm torn between doing, actually I'm not. We're going to do this song written by Joseph C. Liggins, titled Going Back Home to New Orleans. And it's a fun tune, and we hope that as you travel back home, that you bring a little bit of New Orleans with you. And that means appreciating the music, appreciating the people that you come into contact with, and just taking life in stride. So we appreciate you for coming in, tuning into the Arrowhead Jazz Band. We hope to see you down the street at 419 Decatur. And I believe there's a 5 o'clock show inside here, presented by the New Orleans Jazz Museum. So come back here at 5 and then stop down the street for the rest of the week. I'm gonna use that. I'm gonna stop down the street for the rest of the week. That's good. Okay, all right. Baby, going back to New Orleans. Wanna see Nana, my parent, cousin, and my mom. Gonna plant my feet on Rampart Street, be there before the Mardi Gras. I've been to Cuba, South American way. Been to Mexico, it's okay. Over in France, the people are fine. I get my thrills below the line. I'm going back home to Nana, never more will I grow. Gonna get my fill of my M2 baby. New Orleans is my home. You have to clap just like that. Going back home to my next land, to the beautiful queen. Going back home to my baby, going back to New Orleans. Gonna see Nana, my pa Frank, Suzanne, and my ma and pa. Gonna plant my feet on Rampart Street, be there before the Mardi Gras. I've been the South American way, been to Mexico, it's okay. Over in France, the people are fine, I get my thrills. Going back home, see my name, never more will I roam. Gonna get my fill of the answers, baby, 'cause Orleans is my home. 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 Thank y'all. See y'all down the street for the rest of the week. Bye bye.